Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about parasocial relationships. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so this topic came to my mind a few days ago. I've been watching all of this sort of drama unfold between Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, Katie Joy inserting herself into the scenario, Trisha Paytas. And I started really thinking about the impact that this would have on a subscriber who has watched any of these creators for any prolonged period of time. And the idea of talking to you guys and opening a discussion about parasocial relationships was kind of front and center for me. So I took a couple days to think about it, and I just want this video to be a steady stream of thoughts. I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to be a psychologist. Like, obviously I'm not diagnosing anyone. I have no, background in psychology or anything like that, but this is a really interesting sort of subtopic of being a subscriber or watcher of YouTube. So I want to read to you guys about what parasocial interactions are described as. It says parasocial interactions refer to a kind of psychological relationship experienced by an audience in their meditated encounters with performers in the mass media, usually on television. Viewers or listeners come to consider media personalities as friendly despite having limited interactions with them. So when you think of what a true interaction with someone is, I would consider that to be a family member that I see in person, a friend that I see, here and there, a colleague that I work with in the office on a normal basis. Those are real interactions. I think that the interactions that you have with YouTubers are so different because it's all in a digital space. This is something that is still very new, and we have no idea what the long-term effects of consuming so much social media will have on people. But I think already we see that YouTube and Instagram can greatly affect people who get really attached to certain YouTubers or influencers. I say YouTubers, but I also carry that over to Instagram because I realize that there are a lot of influencers who are on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok that might not necessarily have a YouTube channel. But I do think that the way that YouTube content is pushed out allows a deeper connection with the audience than, say, just someone who posts only on Instagram does. Because when you come to YouTube, you're getting that larger chunk of time to spend with the creator. It's not just a minute video or a small series of stories. It's a 20-minute vlog, an hour-long live stream, a daily upload where you spend anywhere from 10 minutes on up to an hour with this creator. While I think that the last year has definitely increased a lot of people's exposure to YouTubers because we've all been spending a lot more time at home, and I have tons of people on my channel that come and say, I never watch YouTube, but over the last year I've been spending time at home alone, and watching you every day has helped me get through days of when I can't leave my house, or watching you go to Target or Ulta really helps me kind of escape the feelings of having to be at home so much. And I love that. I love that me running a little errand can help someone who hasn't gone out today, or whatever their situation is. And I also realize, please, it's not missed on me that a lot of people live like this all of the time. It's not just because of lockdowns. That's just their life. So I'm not trying to forget about those people, but I'm saying a lot of the comments that I've gotten, especially since I've had some traction, are, you've helped me get through the last 6 months. I've not been able to do my normal stuff. So that's what I'm talking about here. I think it's a really awesome thing when you find a YouTuber that you feel like you really connect with, you really feel like they're genuine, You get to spend a part of your day with them, whether that's a daily upload or just 2 days a week, 3 days a week. Not every YouTuber does daily uploads. I think it's really, really awesome. However, I do think that there needs to be, and this is just a general message for anyone who spends time on YouTube, especially if you're spending a lot of time on YouTube watching a lot of creators that you really enjoy. I think for me, when I was on the subscriber side of it and I didn't have a channel of my own, I drew a line in the sand because I didn't ever want to become so invested in a YouTuber where I felt like if they either stopped making videos or if they did something that really ticked me off or really let me down, I didn't want to feel like I had invested so many emotions in that YouTuber. And that's something that I would really encourage anyone who watches YouTube to do. Don't allow yourself to become so deeply invested in these creators when at the end of the day, YouTubers are not your friends. When I say that YouTubers are not your friends, I don't want that to come off as being harsh or mean-spirited or anything like that. I say that just because it's the fact of the matter. When YouTubers say, I love you guys, I always found that to be sort of strange because I don't know about you guys, but I use the word love when I mean it with full intention. And I realize some people might say, oh, well, I use it loosely, whatever. I don't. I think that words have meaning. So I want to tell that to my audience because even if you have a channel with 100 subscribers, there is no way that you could know those 100 people enough to say that you really love them. So I don't want this to come off as harsh or anything, but again, I'm just trying to be really honest with you guys. And I think that you can have a really great connection with your audience and you can care for them and, they can care for you. But as far as feeling like you are real, actual friends with a YouTuber, I would keep it in the back of your mind that that's a really, really hard thing to land on, to say that you're genuine friends with a YouTuber, unless for some reason you have the type of relationship with that YouTuber where you're talking to them every single day and maybe it's something a little bit different. But I'm talking about the majority of people are not talking to their favorite YouTubers every day. I think another reason why a lot of people are quick to have this deep connection with YouTubers is because as opposed to an actor, like someone on a TV show or in a movie where parasocial relationships can also come into play, the thing with YouTubers is that most of us are just sharing parts of our life. This is, at least for most YouTubers, it's not going off of a script. It's not, coming on with full hair and makeup and wearing a costume and knowing exactly what I'm going to say. You guys see my videos. I'm running errands, or I'm talking to you about family vloggers or beauty stuff or my favorite makeup products. So it's a completely different way of creating content to push out to the world and have people connect with you. YouTube is just a very complex sort of thing. So the other part of parasocial relationships that I really want to talk about in this video is that as a subscriber, keep your heart close to you, because I've seen a lot of people really go to bat for YouTubers who don't care about them. They don't know who you are. They don't know where you live. They don't care where you live. They don't care, what your kids' names are, what your dog's name is. And you're going to bat for them and really lashing out at strangers in defense of your favorite YouTuber. I've talked about stan culture, cancel culture, and all of those kinds of things, but I say this as just like a friendly reminder to anyone that needs it. Nobody needs to take my reminder. That's not missed on me. But when you're building these deep connections with these YouTubers, just because you care for that YouTuber doesn't mean that you have the authority to lash out at strangers on the internet when your fave is being canceled, aka being held responsible. I don't believe in canceling anyone. I believe in holding someone accountable and asking for answers when answers need to be given. It's very, very crazy, the things that I've seen where, I'll use Katie Joy as an example, because her fans, I'll do a video on her and they'll come in my comment section and say just the most vile things ever. And when you really take a step back and look at these comments and the words that they're using, it really just makes me scratch my head, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, do you think that Katie Joy knows who the hell you are? And do you think that she cares that you're standing up for her in my comment section saying horrible, mean things about me? She does not care that you're over here defending her. Now, I do think that she might be a little bit different based on what we learned from Lorianne Barnhart, but I do think that that was a ride or die that she was aware of. I'm talking about the people that she's not aware of that are defending her. The same goes for Shane Dawson. He's even a bigger example. People defending him, he doesn't know or care who you are, and that you're lashing out on people on Twitter or in YouTube comments, or creating fan accounts on Instagram to excuse every little thing that he does. People get so invested in these parasocial relationships that it can become very, very consuming and downright scary at certain points. The thing that I would say is, when you find a creator and you feel like you're building this parasocial relationship with them, don't allow yourself to get super invested, because if and when that YouTuber disappoints you, you're going to be even more frustrated because you allowed yourself to be neck deep in just adoring every little thing that they do and every little thing that they say. At a certain point, when you build this relationship with a YouTuber, you have to realize that if and when they make a mistake, you have to realize that your role is not to excuse it away. It's to face it head on and say, is this still someone that I want to support? And I'm not talking about one exposed video or one rude comment. I'm talking about hearing the same thing from a group of people about this person. You need to make the decision, okay, I'm hearing this from a lot of people. Let me do my own research and then decide, is this still someone that I want to support despite having this parasocial relationship with them? So you guys, those are kind of my overall thoughts on parasocial relationships. I think that it's really interesting because for the longest time, I was only a subscriber, and now I'm a subscriber and a creator. And I'm building, my audience up around me, and it's so exciting and it's so awesome. Being on the creator side, I have seen certain people that watch other YouTubers come to my channel and just continue to defend really, really bad behavior. So that's what I'm saying. Don't get too invested. Take time off. Log off of YouTube if you feel like you are getting too invested. Remember, it's really cool to watch people's lives and, talk to them in the comments and stuff. But at a certain point, you have to remember that these YouTubers are still human. Humans make mistakes. And at a certain point, it might come to a crossroads where you have to decide, do I still want to support this person even though this group of people is saying that they're problematic? That is a decision that you're going to have to make for yourself. But yeah, I would say that the less you allow yourself to be completely emotionally invested, it would end up protecting you in the long run. So anyway, you guys, I really want you to leave your thoughts down below. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say about all of this. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.